It's Coffee with Hillary.
Live from her basement apartment, it's Coffee with Hillary. With her special guest, Miss Kitty Litter ATX. And here she is, Hillary Yaas. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness, it's so fun to be here. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Coffee with Hillary. We have, I know I always say it's a really fun guest, but this is a really fun guest because she's like 7 million miles away from me. I think probably from the moon, where she is from. I don't know, we'll find out, we'll ask her. I'm gonna start my time, so it's 30 minutes because we don't wanna bore you. I've got my coffee, hashtag amazing. Oh, that's awful. I'm gonna switch to some wine. Okay, let's bring out our amazing guest for tonight. The one, the only, Miss Kitty Litter ATX.
Hello, Hillary. It's great to see you.
That's just me being very, very excited that you're here. What, you're not gonna scream back at me? I love it when people scream in my face. Oh, I think your sound went out, but I'll edit that in post.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, how are you doing today? Look at this garment.
Oh, well, it's just a little something I have, my Sunday chapel dress, but I'm going to church just about every day of the week these days because Lord knows we could all use the prayers.
Yeah, and pick up the coronavirus or something while you're there.
Yeah, there's that. I go to a socially distant church of the
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise it would be the holy blessed coronavirus, right?
Right. Actually, they just locked me in a confessional booth for the last 3 years. So, that's where I'm doing all my shows from these days.
What else is new?
Well, it's been an interesting year for me. First of all, I'd like to say hello to all my Canadian fans out there. I know that I have a huge following in Canada, if you didn't know.
Actually, here in this room.
The Vancouver Correctional Facility sends me messages several times a week, and it just warms my heart to know that there's people out there pounding away at their laptops while they're thinking of me, and some of them actually have computers, so it's just wildly exciting.
Yeah, I'll give my thanks to Sue, the prison guard. She gives the greatest foot massages. You don't know.
She does. But this year has been a bit of a turmoil for me. I actually was in the midst pre-pandemic of planning to go on a huge drag cruise that was supposed to happen back in May. We were going to go to Mexico with the Drag Clubhouse, and it was going to be Landon Cider from Dragula. I think, Diana Fire, Coco Jam Holiday from Camp Wannakiki, and just a ton of amazing entertainers were scheduled to perform. Well, there was that going on. I had a summer club tour planned and was also in talks about filming a small short film. So I was totally excited. And then, of course, the pandemic came, and now, we've had to readjust everything. And I'm just amazed at the versatility of drag entertainers, that they've been able to take all this online. And a couple weeks after the virus, Twitch was a thing, and who had heard of that before?
The whole art community has been thrown up into a turmoil in the States, in Canada, everywhere around the world. And we're really trying to adjust, especially as live performers, I think. So.
Well, I'm barely a live performer, but yeah, I see what you're saying there.
You're such a breakout, I think, phenomenon from that online web series thing.
Yeah, it was really a shock.
Camp something on a boat leaky or something.
Well, a lot of people ask if we were all having sexual relations out there, and I was like, Camp Wannakiki, it's Camp Wannakiki, y'all. I mean, it's not Camp Wannakiki, it's Camp Wannakiki. It's not Camp Wannakiki, it's not kinky either. It's Camp Wannakiki, kiki, you know, so let's get it straight. Actually, when we had I assume you watch it, but we had the bare naked chef on one of the episodes, and that was the first, like, man person I had seen in a little while, so that was a very exciting episode for me.
Yeah. First man person you saw besides the sugar bakers, who are
Well, I have to dispel the rumors that they're not like the Boulay brothers before they ate a Snickers, you know. A lot of people are still questioning that. But I was very honored that they took a chance on me. They came and auditioned in Austin, and they had asked performers from all over the United States to audition. So when I got the call, I was really quite surprised and wondered what kind of drugs they were ingesting out there. And when I got there, to find that I was the oldest contestant, I believe, to this day in a reality drag TV competition. I came in like little Nell from the country going, well, what the hell is going on, and how did I end up with this group? But they were all super sweet and supportive. I think what sets our show apart from some of the others is that spirit of camaraderie and friendship. And there was a kindness there that's maybe lacking in some other shows. Right.
Oh, absolutely. The drag races and the Dragulas are very, very, very catty at times.
Right. And I don't mean any shade to any of their contestants, because I do know some amazing people and have friends from all those other shows. One of the things that appealed to me so much was that it was lacking that drama factor, and I'm more interested in the creative aspect, or seeing how people's mind works to come up with the characters that they create or whatnot. That to me was much more interesting than just like who stole a pageant crown from someone 10 years ago or whatnot.
Yeah, like, it's about Kitty Litter ATX. It's not about your personal life.
Well, there should be several shows that should be about Miss Kitty Litter ATX, I believe. So if y'all Hollywood producers out there are listening, you know, be sure and give me a call. But no, really, it was an amazing experience. I would recommend to anybody who has that camp comedy thing in their veins or whatever, that they absolutely should audition. I will not lie to you, the hours are very long. You get up at the crack of dawn, you're up till way late at night filming. So people who think that you just sit around drinking cocktails in the VIP lounge and waiting to be called on the stage, that's really not what it's all about at all. It's physically demanding, and it's also emotionally taxing. So you have to be pretty strong as a person, because you're constantly questioning your own self and comparing yourself to others, of course. When I made it all the way to the finale, I was like, well, how the hell did this happen?
Now, all those shows, they always get so sad by the end when you're down to the top, whatever it is, and you're like, oh gosh, I miss so-and-so. You know,
oh yeah.
It always feels like that. It's like the show feels so much different at the end. But,
it really does.
Okay, let's get to some of these segments. Like our first segment.
Merriam-Webster's Word of the Day.
Today's word of the day is cadge. Cadge. Now, tell me, do you know what cadge means, Miss Kitty Litter? Cadge?
Well, I think if I had to use it in a sentence, I'd be like, I want to go out to the club and cadge me a man. but I don't know if that's correct.
Ooh, kind of like a version of catch, but like I'm gonna catch him.
Yes, exactly. That's how we would say it in Texas.
I think that is a fantastic definition. So Miss Kitty Litter's definition is I'm gonna catch him. Here's the word.
Cadge.
Cadge. The definition is to beg or sponge. I think what they mean is kind of here's their definition. A friend ordered a burrito grande, easily the biggest burrito I've ever seen. I cadged a bite and the flavors were delicate but tasty. Blah, 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 blah. So you can like cadge something, like mooch or something, like you mooched it off. I just took a little bite of your sandwich. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's kind of like mopping, I guess. It'd be like,
ooh, mopping.
I done catched her jewelry or catched her wigs or, whatever else you might inappropriately borrow.
I would never just take a piece of your wig. I would take all of it.
Well, my wigs are pretty large most of the time. In Texas, they say the higher the hair, the closer to God. So
honestly, and this is made out of at least 75 pool noodles. So you could go.
But in the event of an emergency, I can be used as a flotation device. So,
this was your boat dress, wasn't it? I know.
There were some of the people on that show that could have used one because we had somebody go overboard, literally.
Yeah, you just take your wig off and throw it to them and say, swim!
Right.
Next segment.
Adam's
question of the day. Adam's my partner. This is his question, okay?
Hi, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Get me a sandwich.
Dear Kate, where did you get your name?
Well, one of my beloved pets had passed away, and we were taking out the trash and saw the kitty litter bag and thought that would be a hilarious and innovative name, not realizing that there were actually kitty litters all over the United States, probably the world. But I put the ATX after mine to avoid some lawsuits and copyright infringements and whatnot. But that's how. Now, when the religious right-wingers came for me, they went to Urban Dictionary, and you wouldn't believe, I don't know if I can get away with saying this on here, but kitty litter was a term for when a man urinated into a woman's vagina in order to lubricate it or whatever. That's what a kitty litter was. And I was like, when they came for me with that, they said that was the reason why I picked that name. And I said, no, but I wish I had known about that because that just adds even more flavor and layers to it. I'm living for that.
How dirty are these right-wing Christian assholes? It's ridiculous.
They have nothing better to do with their time. Pool boy, anyone? I don't know if you've heard that scandal, but I did drag queen story time, and the right-wingers came for me hard.
And we'll get to this right now.
Hot or not?
Okay. You're going to tell me whether you think some of these things are hot or not by your estimation. And the first thing up is drag queen story time. Hot or not?
Oh, definitely hot for me.
That's hot.
I absolutely love the idea that, although I do think it's a danger because wigs and nails could be pulled off, children could step on your feet or whatever. So there is some dangers to it.
You have to trade in your nails for bubble wrap, right?
But the kids are so smart and funny, and they just want to be entertained. To me, drag's a form of entertainment. Mm-hmm. So why shouldn't drag kings and queens read to kids? To me, it just makes sense. I don't understand all the controversy and whatnot behind it. I think it's just foolishness if these people, the right wingers, have nothing better to do with their time than worry about what people do in the bed.
Here's the breaking news, or one of the many, which seem to become some ridiculous viral bullshit thing for the right wingers. Drag queen exposed as like a as like a bad influence. It was ridiculous. Like, how did
Oh,
you do
yeah.
that?
You know, and here's the thing. I think most drag entertainers have the sense to know that what they do in a nightclub is not necessarily the same thing they would do in a children's library or whatnot. And I have people come for me with the most ridiculous. They said that I was a satanic witch and a prostitute, and that I ate children, like cannibalism and whatnot, and just all kinds of foolishness. Only one or two of those things is actually true. So how they came up with all that, I don't know.
And we wear them as badges of honor. No.
You know, you get to the point, somebody told me, you know you've made it when people start coming for you like that. So I guess it was a mark of success in some odd way.
Yeah, some people ask me, how do you do your contouring? And I say, honey, that's not contouring, that's scarring from emotional trauma. All right, the other Miss Kitty Litter, Rhode Island Miss Kitty Litter, who retired about 5 years ago. What do you think of that, hot or not?
Oh, absolutely hot, sizzling hot. I've read things about her online. I guess she was an amazing queen who just had a fabulous career. So I'm all for that. You know, I would start getting people that would send me messages and say, oh, well, I saw you in Vegas years ago and whatnot. And some of these people were remembering me from like the 40s and 50s. And you know, I am old, but I don't think I was around back then. So I was like, no, that was another Miss Kitty. So the ATX, which stands for, of course, Austin, Texas, but which also could stand for like anthrax or awful, trashy, and X-rated, which, you know, those fit too. So I just let people just make their own conclusions.
Is that on your merch site, Kitty Litter Anthrax bags?
Just quickly, while you mentioned merch, I got a note for all you folks out there that are considering careers in drag. Make your own merch and sell it yourself, because some of these companies, and I'm not calling out no names on this show, but they shady as hell, y'all. And I had some people that designed t-shirts and whatnot for me, and I didn't see one dime of them. And I have friends that were posting pictures of them in these t-shirts online, and I went, well, hell, when am I going to see my residuals from that? And it's a thing. The Rue girls talk about it a lot too. Some companies are a little bit shady when it comes to making sure that the people that they're representing are taken care of.
There's a lot of third parties out there. You got to be careful.
Oh yeah, charity benefits, that's like 70% of my gig. But when somebody's promising me things, you got to make sure you get that stuff in writing, because you might get there and find out.
Stop reading my show. Stop reading my show and my interview. You're not getting nothing. You're not getting nothing, and we talked this over.
See, you said I was getting champagne, flowers. Where is it?
No, it was shampoo and a bag of flour, okay?
Oh, okay. I misread.
It'll be in the mail.
Pay more attention to that.
You know what the Canadian dollar is worth right now.
Probably more than the American dollar. You know, I'm surprised that y'all didn't put a wall up to keep us out. We always talk about the wall here. I'm surprised y'all didn't put up one to keep the Americans out.
We have dreams of that, believe me. But
maybe it'll happen in time.
I mean, it's just too crazy. There's even some like states people that go around saying, you know, put up a wall for Canada and all this kind of stuff.
Really?
Oh gosh, yeah. It's just
I love the Canadians. When they came to our court investitures, that we had like a party bus, and the Canadian queens was letting you have it. They came in there and they were ready to party. So I'm all about Canada. I'm like, yay. And the maple syrup is really cute too. So
love that. Where is that? Oh yeah. Do you have a favorite brand of kitty litter?
Well, any kind, as long as it's non-clumping. You know, those clumps can just get into some bad places. So.
What about Camp Wannakiki? Hot or not?
Who is they? Is that drag?
It's some weird show on the internet. I think it's over now. Like, I don't know.
Well,
Wait,
no,
that kind of looks
definitely.
like you. That kind of looks like you. I think somebody's ripped off your look.
These imposters nowadays, you know, you got 500 Trixie Mattels, 2 kitty litters, you know, yeah, they're everywhere.
I've tried
No.
them all. I've tried to be them all. I feel like today I'm a little bit like a blonde Ben de la Creme.
I'm seeing that. I'm feeling that from
I
you.
know.
You know. But yeah, I'd say hot for Camp Wannakiki. They gave exposure to a lot of kings and queens who haven't had it before. There was some diversity going on.
Very.
The Hamburger Marys gets huge props for trying to give camp drag, which is overlooked in my opinion far too often, as an art form platform. So I just think it's amazing.
Now, talk about that for just a minute. Camp drag. Do you think camp drag is fairly represented on like RuPaul's Drag Race?
Well,
I feel like it has to be very elevated and fashion forward to justify the camp.
It does, and I will say there's been some amazing camp queens that have sprung from there, like Ginger Min, Pandora Box, or whatnot. Yeah. I don't even know if these people would prefer to be thought of as camp queens. However, I find that their aesthetic is very fun and playful and whatnot, and I enjoy what they do. But that being said, even at the auditions for Camp Wannakiki, we had some people who were obviously not from the camp realm or whatever, who thought, well, I'll just put on a ratchet wig or whatever and
call it a day. Yeah.
An old dress, and I'm a comedy queen all of a sudden. But it doesn't really work like that, because you have to, I don't know, be funny, I guess. Could be a thing for being a comedy queen.
Here's another segment.
I have a question for you.
It's called, wait.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
There's
another one.
Okay, we got that out of the way. Go ahead.
Yes. Have you actually auditioned for RuPaul's Drag Race, and do you have a favorite in the Canada Drag Race thing that's going on?
I have not auditioned for RuPaul's Drag Race. It's because it's for Canada, you have to have a green card or like a special performer's visa, which is really hard to get.
I did not know that.
And I didn't apply for the Canadas because I just didn't think I was quite ready. And also I wasn't sure if the show was going to be any good.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing that people have had an issue with is maybe the way that the judges critique is a little bit different. The first season of any show always has some birthing pains, so I'm gonna give them a pass and say that that they gonna get it together. But the episodes that I did watch, I found enjoyable and thought that all the people that were on there were amazing. I do still wish that Ru would catch up with the rest of the world and maybe have like a trans entertainer or a drag king or whatnot. But
what is it, like almost 12 or 13 years now?
Yeah.
Does it have a responsibility to actually evolve with the times?
Dragula has diversity. Wannakiki has diversity.
I'm just wondering if I was talking to my dad about this weirdly, because he does not understand my drag at all, right? And he was like, I see the transformation and that's really amazing. And I was like, oh, that's what straight people like about Drag Race, the transformation.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why, because ultimately it's probably a bunch of straight people in a room saying, how do we make money?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
For me?
Who am I? What is this show? Are we still on Camp Wannakiki? I don't think I ever left the woods.
Next section.
Heritage moment.
Okay, so in this segment, I'm going to edit it in post. Go like this. Meow.
Meow. Meow.
That's how Miss Kitty Litter ATX's meow brought down the establishment. This has been a Sheritage moment.
Okay, perfect.
That's going to be the one to go viral. Like my last 3 yeast infections went viral,
Oh my good God.
It's time for an Insta tour.
Let's take a look at your Instagram briefly here. Now, here's your Instagram. Now, when did you start your Instagram page, Miss Kitty?
It was after Camp Wannakiki, believe it or not. When I got there, the other kids were horrified when I said that I didn't have an Instagram account.
Right.
I was like really not that familiar with social media. I didn't have the Twitter, the Tweeter, the Twatter. I didn't have any of that. I just was like, I barely did Facebook. But yeah, now I have all that, and I do little parody videos here and there or clips from shows and whatnot.
Yes. Oh, here's the Caribbean Escape. There was going to be you and Diana and Miss Kasha Davis and Coco and Maxie and Rock'em Sakura. That would have been so fun.
Yeah, so that's still happening, but in April 2021. Unless we have another disaster or, a tidal wave or who knows. With my luck, that's probably what's next.
And my goodness, some of your videos are just hilarious.
That was kind of me summing up what 2020 was like.
Phantom of the Opera as the Babadook. It was amazing. Yeah, you do all these amazing impressions. And you recently posted a Judy. Do you do a Judy impression usually?
Well, it was just kind of a thing. We were having a Stonewall event and somebody said, what does Stonewall mean to you? And the first thing that came to mind other than Marsha P. Johnson was...
you threw the first brick, right? Or something.
Yeah, right. Right. And then was Judy Garland, because so many people had been upset that she had died. And looking at her, I just find her kind of iconic in that she went through so many tragedies in her personal life and stuff. And yet, the old bitch would still get out there and tear up a stage, So I just have huge respect for Judy.
Yes. I mean, I think that's one of the things, like, we always do our icons, but Judy Garland is one of those ones that we always do. Do you think it's really worth continuing to do the older icons like Judy Garland? My favorite, Phyllis Diller.
I love Phyllis Diller. She's hysterical.
No one does Phyllis Diller anymore. People do Joan Rivers, but no one does Phyllis, or.
Yeah, I think absolutely that we have to remember those people. I've heard a new generation of people that said, we don't give a damn about that. We're forging our own thing, and that's great. But it's nice to learn from history, because you learn from it, and sometimes when it's not great, so that you don't repeat it,
Ooh, on Playboy. Is this a real cover?
Well, Hugh and I had a thing back in the day, and he still remembers me fondly, I think. But
you stopped by with some naked Bond girls, and
oh yes, there was that whole. I think I was an extra in Octopussy, actually, which was one of those films.
Now, speaking of older stars, this reminds me of Lily Tomlin as
Ernestine.
Ernestine, yeah.
Yeah. I love Lily Tomlin. Another one who's just amazing,
I mean, there's so much. Oh, what is this? This is gorgeous.
Oh, I think we were going for a gothic kind of Halloween feel thing, Victorian gothic vampire. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about doing spooky, scary stuff? I'm always creeped out by it.
See, I love it. I live for it. On Wannakiki, the challenge that I finally won was the spooky, when we had to tell the ghost stories. And Halloween's always been a big thing for me. I love scary movies, and even though the Boulay brothers have a restraining order out on me, I still wouldn't mind going on Dragula, you know, and doing that because I love that gig and being able to do some little frightening bits. And sometimes
you would like to be put in a coffin earlier than you know.
Well, you know, it's probably sooner than later anyway. So
yeah,
they're just advancing the process for me. But some of their challenges, maybe not so much, but I do live for that aesthetic. I think it's really great. Louisiana Purchase, I don't know if you've heard of her, but she was on Dragula. She lives here in Austin and is just a doll.
Yes. Okay. So you two are acquainted well. Oh, that's
we are, and also Cynthia Lee Fontaine from Drag Race is also a friend here in town.
So yeah, you would be okay doing the Dragula challenges, like where you'd get peed on and put a nail on your wrist and.
Well, peed on? Did they do that?
I think there was in season 1. They went into a coffin and then they thought that they were getting peed on.
Well, that'd be just another Saturday night at Miss Kitty's house. So, you know, I'd be like, you're going to have to do better than that.
So tell me about your future plans.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, sorry. We're all out of time. I'm so sorry. I guess we won't have to hear about your future. Not that.
Considering how old I am, it wouldn't be very long
anyway. Oh, be quiet. Your time is done. Oh my goodness, you've been such a pleasure. Tell us about your future plans. You know.
Well, there's that. You know, I'm working at a grocery store now as a cashier. I don't see myself as being rich or whatnot, but success is not necessarily measured by wealth. As long as I'm happy and I'm making people happy, that's good enough for me. If y'all want to send me checks to my PayPal or Venmo, you know, that would be lovely.
You're right. Wealth can't buy you, you know, Doritos. You can steal those. Like, just put them under your dress. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for our surprise karaoke lip sync?
Sure.
You'll know this one.
I will survive!
Is that from the Chromatica thing that I've been hearing about? I don't know.
It's on the B side. You probably didn't hear it.
Okay.
Kitty, do you have any final thoughts for us?
Oh, I haven't had a thought in years. Well, I actually had one time, but it died of loneliness up there, you know. No, seriously, basically, just thank you for having me on your show, Hillary. I wish you all the continued success. I think you're amazing. To all you people out there watching this, just don't give up on your dreams and take care of each other and live your life the best you can because it's the only one you got, sugars.
You hear that, Steve? Kitty, you're just such a joy. I can't believe I've had you here, and it's amazing. My final thought probably is Richard Gere. He had a good sexy voice.
Well.
What a thought. Mm-hmm.
I can work with that.
Right? I mean, he's probably problematic, but most old people are. You aren't, despite like those backwater Bible thumping bitches about you. And I noticed you didn't have a sip of anything while we were chatting, so I guess we'll have to have coffee again sometime because you didn't drink any coffee.
Well, I had a bottle of bourbon flavored coffee before we got started and all.
Oh, you were drunk the whole time. You're an early starter.
It's happy hour somewhere in the world, y'all.
Thank you so much, Kitty. You are loved.
Thank you. I love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, everyone, for chatting with Kitty Litter ATX, not Rhode Island. Unfollow her. I've been Hillary Yaas, and we're drinking wine because fuck tea. Bye.
Wow, wasn't that fun? I can't believe I met a celebrity and, well, I got drunk in front of her and I said lots of stupid things. Oh God, I hope no one's gonna see this. Oh wait, you're watching this. Oh my God, you should stop immediately. Never come back. No, actually do. Please, I'm so lonely. Don't leave me. I'm gonna go lie down. Bye.